All right, guys. So here's my stack of new stuff we have for you this week. 10 spot tools. We're going to go through these things one by one, and then we'll probably cut this up into some shorter videos for some reels or something. So first up, we have our Wera micro drivers. I love the way this label came out. I'm really pumped about it. I'm really pumped about the insert too. I think you guys will be as well. So in here, we have, a nice way to keep all of your Wera micro drivers organized. Now this is a low profile pack out. All right, so this is as slim as it comes. This insert also fits in the 11 compartment low profile, so you can put it in either one. All right, and it has two trays. So we lift up this tray, and underneath, boom, we have another tray. This can hold up to 30 Wera micro drivers of any size. I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's not like I own every single Wera micro driver, but even if you look here, we have like a hex driver here. The shafts on these are a little bit longer, a little bit wider. Everything still fits okay. Even the little pry bar, where's the little pry bar? Oh, here it is. Little pry bar right here, you know, with the hooked end on it. There's still enough room in here that like this stays in there okay. Like, yes, it sticks up above the lip a little bit, but it doesn't get in the way of the top tray. These little parts here and here, they keep the trays lined up nicely. And the cutouts in the bottom, actually, if you look in this particular pack out, this is one of the older ones that I have, I cut out the little fins that are down here in mine. So you get a little bit of sideways movement in here, but with those fins in place, as long as you haven't cut them out, that prevents any side to side movement. This thing stays in place nice. And like I said, it also fits in the 11 compartment organizer. So this is our new insert. We call this one the WMD, not weapons of mass destruction. It is for Wera micro drivers. So that's first up. Next up this week. Now, a couple weeks ago, I released an insert for the M4 screwdriver, which holds a lot of stuff with it. So I wanted to make one that's a little trimmed down, okay? And this one holds really just the driver and the bare minimum. The driver, the two batteries that come with it. We still have this nice little organizer tray for some other tools that you are likely to maybe want to keep around with the driver. This is still big enough to hold a small pair of Cobras or a pliers wrench. I have a tweezer in here as well. We got a magnetic bit adapter. And I'm just going to be honest with you, I don't even know how many holes we have here for individual bits. There were like 56 in this tray. I took some out to make this little grabber thing that kind of sits into the lid recess. But then we have all the extra ones here. So I'm going to say, I don't know, 60-something individual 1-inch insert bits. The tool comes out very easily by just grabbing it through the battery hole there. All right, these can come out pretty easy by just grabbing by the top of the battery cap. So this is our new, we call this one the M4LP. This is our low profile insert for the M4 screwdriver. Also available this week at 10spottools.com. And finally this week, this is one that I was, as soon as I pre-ordered this, I knew I was going to want to make an insert for it. You may have seen the ammo can insert I had for the DeWalt roofing nailer in the past. This insert is almost exactly the same as the DeWalt one. Just had to tweak it a little bit to properly fit the M18 roofing nailer, as the dimensions are pretty different. But if we take a look in here, and yeah, we have our nice M18 roofing nailer latch. All right, up here, let me try to tilt this case for the sake of the video. So there we go. This is what the insert looks like. Okay, let me just adjust that a little more. Boom, there's your insert. Okay, so it keeps the nailer itself separate. This stays in place pretty well. That was important for this because this is a little taller or a little longer back to front than the DeWalt one is. And I didn't want to have a load pressing down on this with the lid closed. So we had to kind of aim it so this wound up in one of the lid recesses. And it does. So when you have this sat in place, this sits into the lid recess, so the lid does not keep any pressure on this. I don't know, I just didn't like the idea of having this kind of pressed down by the lid when it was closed. If we take the nailer out, you can see in here, below, we have just this little recess here, and this holds the battery, where the battery attaches to the tool. That sits right into here, okay, and that keeps everything right in place so that when you close the lid, you're never gonna have that issue where the lid is pressing down on the tip. We have two spots here that hold batteries. These actually lock in, okay, so those are locking battery holders. These should be able to fit any size battery. I have 5s in here right now, but any size battery will fit in those. We have our well for nail coils here. This could hold like 10 or 12 coils depending on size. And then if you look, like when you have the battery in here, there's a lot of room underneath that. You could fit more coils in there. You could fit more coils in here too. Or you could fit, you know, whatever else you want to bring around with your roofing nailer. And then this one too, when you have this one clipped in, there's a little bit less room below it. I mean, a lot less room below it, but there's still room for some stuff, and there's still plenty of room right here, like I said, for whatever else you might want to carry around with your roofing nailer. So that's it for this week. As if that wasn't enough, our new inserts for the M18 roofing nailer, the M4 screwdriver in a low profile pack out, and the Wera micro drivers also in a low profile pack out. Get yours this week at 10spottools.com.